welcome to episode 2 of the Flicketty Review Cast. Wow. You made it back. We're working on it. We're trying to find our pacing here. We're episode 2. We're beyond the pilot. This is kind of a pilot. This is a semi-pilot. We're kind of off and running. Got my buddy Mike Anderson right next to me. Look at him over there.
Right.
What are we going to review today? We're in the theater. We're sitting here. What are we doing?
So today we're talking about Happy Gilmore 2.
No, I know. I watched this the other day.
Which is a new release on Netflix.
All right.
30 years later.
From the original Happy Gilmore, starring Adam Sandler.
From the original Happy Gilmore, 30 years later.
Not bad.
So basically the premise, I had said this before we watched it. I'm like, I can almost predict what this is going to be.
Right. It almost writes itself.
Yeah. Although, I will say,
or so you think.
They did a little bit more with it story-wise than I was figuring. I was figuring it was going to be, well, there's no way he's still going to be happily married to the girl from the first movie.
Yeah.
So I was like, either they had gotten divorced or
what's
something.
Her name?
Julie Bowen.
Julie Bowen. Yes, I like her. She's fine.
So either they had gotten divorced or something. Mm-hmm. She was going to be somehow out of the picture. So they actually had her in the movie. Mm-hmm. So that was good.
Do we spoiler alert here?
Yeah, I mean, so this is a new movie. So I guess if you want to be completely surprised by it, and I don't know what they show in the trailer, so I don't know how much they reveal in the trailer.
Yeah, I don't either. But let's just assume, okay. All right, I'd say stop the show if you haven't seen it and you want to be surprised. If not, we'll spoil her, but we're not going to spoil her too hard. We got to spoil her the premise on this one. Julie Bowen, who played his original wife in the original one, here she goes. Well, him being Happy Gilmore himself,
Well, don't give away any of that. But let's just say she's in the movie, but only for a little bit.
Okay, that's good to go.
And
now,
then
he's got children in this new one.
So I figured that this was going to be either some sort of story where he was going to be like an alcoholic, broken down schlub, and he was either going to have a kid that was following in his footsteps, or he was going to discover some young kid that had some talent, and he was going to sort of nurture them.
You were thinking that.
That's what I said. Literally, it's going to be the plot of Cars 3.
Yeah.
Where Lightning McQueen now becomes the teacher, and the young hot shot is doing the thing. Okay, so I was sort of right, but wrong in a lot of ways.
All right, so for this new one, okay, shoot ahead 30 years. He's got 4 grown-up boys, right? And they're all meatheads, and they're like hockey meatheads. And then he's got a grown-up daughter, who who is a wannabe ballet dancer,
right?
And to go to this ballet school, he has to raise the money.
It's $75,000 per year for her to go study at this prestigious ballet academy in Paris. And
but we have an overlooming thing too of he wants to save Grandma's house. Remember, he was bequeathed Grandma's house on the first, so he's been living in it the whole time. But let's just say after the mishap,
things go bad.
He starts drinking. He doesn't want to golf.
Starts drinking, stops golfing.
Stops golf.
Money dries up, they lose the house.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's essentially the whole premise of it. So then he's got to get back into golf to earn the money so his daughter can go to ballet school.
Right, because he doesn't want to let the girl down. Now, his 4 meathead sons, they all live in an apartment together like meatheads, but he's like, oh, they're just going to do whatever they do, with the ongoing joke of them just like armpit farts, making dick things. They're like the atypical like hockey meathead rugby kids.
So that's essentially the setup.
But he loves his daughter. He wants the daughter to really be something special, which is heartwarming.
So that's essentially the setup of the movie. The wife's now been gone for a while. Mm-hmm. He's raising the kids best he can, but he's an alcoholic mess. He's got to get his shit together to earn the money so the daughter can go to ballet school in Paris.
Who's played by his real life daughter.
Apparently he had his real life. Well, so I saw 3 female Sandler names in the cast.
Yes.
And so
one's the daughter there.
One's the daughter. The other one is a girl that he bumps into in a Alcoholics Anonymous type meeting scenario. And then the third one,
It's
you
funny.
were saying,
She even says, "You remind me of my dad,"
yeah,
which is kind of funny.
because I was like, what's this character doing here? You know?
Yeah. The two daughters, both. I will say, you could see right away they were his daughters. You could just something in the eyes, and then you go, "Oh, okay, he got his daughters." But then they actually end up being pretty good actresses. You know,
not too bad.
Yeah, they weren't too bad because you can kind of see. Because later on in this movie, you're going to meet real life golfers and real people who aren't real actors, and they're kind of reedy and terrible.
You know, speaking of the terrible acting, can I mention this? Because in preparation for this, I watched the first Happy Gilmore.
Okay.
There's the scene where they're golfing at the tournament, and Joe Flaherty from SCTV is driving a Volkswagen Beetle out there on the course and hits Happy Gilmore with the car.
Yeah.
Julie Bowen, when she goes, Happy, look out! It is the worst fucking acting.
Yeah, you almost wonder if, but see, there's a fine line there. Now, this movie did it too, and a lot of Sandler movies have that, to where I can't tell if he's playing in it, you know, like he knows they're cheesy, like he knows the actors are going, "Look out, Happy," you know, and they're doing that, but he knows as a director that, oh, that's super hokey and funny. Like he's almost like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We're gonna put in a bad acting scene, or do they think, oh, that's perfect, let's move on?
When I saw that in the first Happy
I
Gilmore,
think he knows. I think it's kind of meta.
when I saw her going, Happy, look out! It was, I was like, it almost reminds me if you ever watched the Kevin Smith, Ralph Garman, Hollywood Babylon, their exquisite acting segments.
Yeah.
Where the bad acting comes all the way back around. Like, it was like, holy smokes, that's bad. Nothing that egregious in Happy Gilmore 2.
Well, yeah, I think, okay, his real life wife is on the porch with the daughter.
Okay,
she's the ballet coach for a second.
That's the other one. Okay.
She was kind of bad acting. You could tell she has not been acting school.
Yeah, and like you say, shit tons of cameos.
Out the yin yang. Every scene's got a cameo or a cameo from the first Happy Gilmore. And if that person is passed on, they always seem somehow to get the son or something like that. Or
yeah,
like even Steve Buscemi is in there. Steve Buscemi makes a thing.
And he was not in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
Yeah, didn't he had the lipstick on? He had the names written down on the wall.
Did he?
Went to high school with him or something.
I didn't see. I didn't.
Unless I got it mixed up with a different one.
Because he was in later stuff like Waterboy and stuff like that.
Yeah, I might be mixing it up with. I might be mixing it with him in Waterboy.
Yeah, because I didn't recall seeing him in Happy
First
Gilmore
one?
1, but I think I was going through it at work.
Yeah.
You know.
See, I got a list of the staff here. Now, let's see. We got Julie Bowen. Let's see. Sonny Sandler plays Vienna Gilmore.
daughter.
Right. Okay, then you see, now they're at a restaurant. They start up. Bad Bunny makes an appearance. Bad Bunny.
Okay.
Do you know he was the Puerto Rican fella from the restaurant? Now, are you familiar who Bad Bunny is?
Sort of.
He's a pop star.
Yeah.
He's a music guy.
And he was the guy that
Latino guy.
He was the guy that got fired by the other
Yeah,
waiter.
from the restaurant.
Who was that other waiter guy?
That's Travis Kelce.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Travis Kelce from the Chiefs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's who that was. And of course, here comes Shooter McGowan's back.
Shooter McGavin, Christopher McDonald.
Yeah, Christopher McDonald. Yeah, he's back. That story, see, now this is where I thought they were going to use him differently, but okay. I mean, you got to get him in there, of course.
And so,
Underutilized in the writing department.
but
utilized well.
But utilize it a different way than you would have expected.
Yes.
So you got to give them credit for that, for subverting expectations.
Yeah.
You know, they avoided a lot of the it's just going to be this. No, it's not. They did things a little.
This is
different.
true. Yes, I was expecting a very formulaic, but all Sandler movies are formulaic. But this one was more of a joyous thing. I got the feeling right away. Not only laughs per minute were pretty good on the first half hour. There's a lot of good laughs per minute first half hour. The pacing was moving along really quick.
Yeah.
It didn't get stuck. The first Happy Gilmore you get stuck a couple times.
Yeah, it's such an early Adam Sandler movie, and it really sort of set the template for a lot of things.
Yeah.
So
I think this one had great pacing. The energy was good. They knew when to cut to a guy. I like the ongoing gag of whenever he's about to swear, he goes, "Holy sh!" and they cut the scene and they go, they keep cutting out swear words,
Yeah.
Editing was good, let's see, Travis Kelce. Then Ben Stiller makes an appearance.
Right, reprising his role from the first movie.
In the halfway house. Let's see, his sons, Maxwell Jacob Friedman and Ethan Katowski. Ethan Katowski, I don't know if you ever watched the show Shameless. He plays Shameless. Yeah. Now John Daly, famous John Daly, the golfer.
Pro golfer.
Yeah. He makes an appearance as the uncle who's, he's fun. Now
he's sort of playing himself, but he's like living in Happy Gilmore's garage.
Yeah.
Almost like a friend of the family.
Like a weird uncle or something. Yeah, the kids called him Uncle John. Or they go, don't forget to feed Uncle John Daly.
Yeah.
Like he's like a stray dog or something like that who's just drinking beer on the couch.
Yeah, the whole time.
Yeah. And you could tell he's not a very good actor, but he's doing better than some of the other golfers that make cameos.
Yeah, Lee Trevino has not gotten any better.
No.
And most of those golfers, I don't really know.
Yeah, Scotty Scheffler, Dennis Dugan. No, Scotty Scheffler, and they're bad. The main dude, the main bad guy, Benny Safdie, he had and he starts this alternate league. He wants to, he loved Happy Gilmore growing up so much he wanted to make a maxi league, and basically the whole rub and tug of this one is he's going to make a high intensity extreme version of golf and put real golf out of business.
Like quicker rock and roll golf. And,
yes.
He's like regular golf takes forever. We put a shot clock in it or something.
Yeah, right. Which is kind of funny. And here comes Haley Joel Osment.
Yep.
He makes an appearance. He's fun. He plays a nemesis as well. Did you catch the thing where anyone who worked for Maxi had a cartilage cut out of the ribs, so when they do their swing, their wind-up swing, they could turn all the way around. That's why they kept winking at the camera when they do the.
Yeah, it was like they were having surgery to sever a hip flexor muscle.
Yeah, so they could turn all the way around, so they'd have more axis to spin around and knock the ball. Yeah, which is kind of silly premise, but okay.
Yeah. It felt like a third act impetus thing that was a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
A little bit unneeded, but
But
whatever.
funny, but it would explain it, yeah. Because I guess they couldn't really say, they're shooting steroids or drugs or anything like that. It was kind
I
of,
suppose so.
yeah.
Because it was like, how are they going to compete with Happy Gilmore?
Yes. Right. Because without doing the Happy Gilmore run up and hit it.
Yeah, the slap shot drive.
Yeah, the distance. Yeah. Now, here's where I had a problem, was kind of some of the shots where the distance shots, he'd hit it, and they'd, almost like a video game, they'd show the ball go flying, and then there,
Yeah, like on-screen graphic overlays.
Yes.
To where as soon as they hit the ball, it's showing you the speed of the ball, the arc of the trajectory.
Like a video game.
The distance. Yeah, exactly like a video game.
I mean, that's all right. It's fine, but you didn't need it.
No, but I mean, I think that's the sort of thing that they do on actual golf TV shows, or not TV shows, but golf coverage now. Because it's the sort of stuff that they do on like NFL games, where it's like they do a kickoff and they'll be like, here's the hang time, here's the apex of the kick.
Yeah.
And,
And they would do that, and Here's some fun stuff too. The dream sequences were fun, like they did in first Happy Gilmore.
Oh, that going to your happy place.
Yeah, let's go to your happy place. He starts thinking, but he can't. Now that he's on the wagon, he has to, get to be himself. He's got this ongoing drinking problem, which he has to kill. A funny ongoing gag. He stores everything, like everything he owns has like a.
Oh yeah,
flask.
Yeah. When he's an alcoholic, he's got like his
phone, a cucumber.
It's like a running gag where he's storing alcohol in everything.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny.
It seemed like but I was having a good time with it. I got to say, like I was like, this is gonna suck.
Yeah,
I was kind of cringing to watch it. I didn't want to because it's like, all right.
Yeah.
But I love Adam Sandler movies. Now, Nick Swartzen was funny in there, too. Of course, you got to have Nick Swartzen in there.
Right. They had Eric Andre in there. And the guy that he was golfing with, I think, was one of the guys from Please Do Not Destroy.
Yes, they were funny. They were funny.
Who the girl was. That was an early scene where he first gets back to the golfing. But yeah, so overall, our thoughts on it are that, it was better than we expected.
I thought the pacing was fast. The pacing moved you along. There was no downtime.
Right.
Once you start it, you're in.
It didn't grind it to a halt.
Yeah.
I feel like they did a pretty good job at calling back everything from the first movie without sort of getting bogged down in it, you know? Yeah, fairly enjoyable. It goes down fairly easy. You know? Not too bad. You know, like we said, better than we expected. Sort of subverts expectations.
Yeah, okay, truth be told, I'm not a huge Sandler movie fan. I love Adam, I love the world, I love all his friends, I love the idea. The movies, to me, were never that great. They were just kind of there. They just existed, almost like, to me, they had the same go-to as a Tyler Perry movie to me. You know, it's like, okay, it's a formula, it's a
Sort
thing.
of formulaic, yeah.
But this one had the formula, but they really did. You could tell they not only had a good time making it, you could tell they made a conscious effort to stay true to it, but move around it and do it in a different spin.
Yeah.
And do it in a fast-paced, jokes per minute thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's a definite mathematical equation, it felt like, with like jokes per minute, because there's no downtime. Trust me, this ain't no easy money on this one. This was put together well.
Yeah.
You know?
So all in all, fairly enjoyable watch. You know,
Yeah, I gotta give it
surprisingly better than we thought.
I gotta give it a lucky Warray. Yeah, I gotta give it a fucking Warray upside. I think I liked it. You know, even Tina watched it with me, and we both were like, that was kind of enjoyable. You know, I had a good mood when I was done. You know?
Yeah, same with my girlfriend. I mean, it was getting a little bit long in the tooth in the final climactic golf competition or whatever. But overall, not too bad.
Yeah. So I definitely recommend it. Maybe you might want to do what Mike did. Mike went and revisited the day before. He went back and saw Happy One.
Yeah.
I didn't need to because I've seen it like 60 times. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Happy One. Honestly, you got to kind of see Happy One for one to really know the inside jokes.
So my girlfriend watched the first 45 minutes of Happy One and then the last 20 minutes.
Did she not like Happy One?
There's a lot of things in Happy One that really don't play that well these days. You know, I mean, at the time that it was made, golf was a very, prim and proper sort of thing.
And the whole fight. What I could see her not laughing at the whole fighting Bob Barker.
No, she actually enjoyed that.
Oh, she enjoyed the Bob Barker fight.
She enjoyed the Bob Barker fight. But yeah, I mean, in the intervening 30 years since, golf has literally, upped its image to where, especially out in Phoenix at the used to be the Phoenix Open, the Waste Management Open. That thing has turned into an out of control party.
Oh yeah.
In the intervening years, so a lot of the staidness of golf has sort of fallen away to where when you watch it now, you're like, I don't know, it doesn't really play that well because golf isn't really that way anymore. But,
sure.
That's fine.
Yeah. So I would definitely recommend you should watch Happy One if you haven't. Just contextually, because a lot of if you just watch Happy 2, none of it's going to make sense. It's going to be like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But if you liked Happy 1, you're going to love this even more. I really think, for a sequel and for a revisit, it really satiated and gave you some and then some.
Yeah. I think it functioned pretty well.
Yeah. You got a little then some too. You got a little extra dessert with it, and I like that. I felt full and I felt enjoyed and satisfied, and yeah, I didn't feel like I was spoon-fed bullshit. I felt like they had a good time making it. Everyone on it, you could tell, had a blast.
Yeah.
You feel it.
So there you go. Flicketty Review Cast.
Flicketty
Happy
Review.
Gilmore
Thumbs
2.
up.
Like, subscribe, follow us, hit us up. Next week, we're going to do another movie.
Of course.
We're not going to tell you what it is.
You got to stick around.
Because we may decide on one thing or another.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what genre. Maybe, should we pick a genre now?
We don't necessarily need to commit
let's
to
see what our
anything at this
mood
point.
tickles the fancy.
Yeah.
Let's see how this does.
Yeah, we'll see if anything pops up or maybe something we've already mentioned, but we'll see.
I know. Yeah, let's save our, because I was going to suggest a horror thing, but maybe we should save those for horror season. Now we're in happy fun. We're in the summertime, so let's see what's happening.
Yeah.
Maybe think summertime movies. Stay
right.
seasonal. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
Yep, we're calling
Work in
audible. We'll
progress.
figure it out. We'll see how it goes.
Flicketty Review Cast. We out, yo.